Hey guys, welcome to Mariners Kids Online. I'm so excited you're here with us today. Now let's jump into some worship to kick us off. Let's go.
A lamp unto my feet. Your way is the only way for me. It's a narrow road that leads to life, but I wanna be on it. It's a narrow road, but the mercy's wide, 'cause you're good on your promise. I'll take you at your word. If you said it, I'll believe it. I've seen how good it works. If you started, you'll complete it. I'll take you at your word. You spoke and the chaos fell in line. Well, I know, 'cause I've seen it in my life. It's a narrow road that leads to life, but I wanna be on it. Yeah, it's a narrow road, the tide is high, but you're part of the water. You at your word. If you said it, I'll believe it. I've seen how good
Welcome back, Intertubers, to the Extreme Adventure Channel. I'm your host, Bear Sigma, and this is my cameraman, assistant, and cousin, Chad Vector.
Today, we're in the middle of our ascent to the peak of Mount Everest. We left base camp about a week ago, and we've been climbing between Camp 1 and Camp 2. We've been traveling with our other experienced climbers and using the guide ropes. But it's still exhausting and dangerous.
Nothing can stop this polar bear, though. I checked 24 raw eggs this morning and said my prayers.
24? Where were you storing all those eggs? I didn't see any.
I just emptied out that bag over there that said Thaddeus's Field Journals and stashed the egg cartons in there.
Flashback. End of flashback.
You what? I needed those journals. They had important information.
Bruh, what do you need a journal for? Everything important is online. It's true. I read that online.
Anyway, Intertubers, if Bear hasn't thrown out the rest of our oxygen tanks to make space for beef jerky, we'll see you further up the mountain after you watch this lesson from James chapter 1.
James, the half-brother of Jesus, wrote a letter to encourage Christians to continue to be more like Jesus. This letter is part of the Bible, and we call it the Book of James. James 1:19 states, "Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger." James continues to teach that human anger doesn't bring the justice we think it will. He writes that instead of getting angry and depending on ourselves, we can trust in God's plans and accept the message of Christ into our hearts. James continues to encourage Christians in their actions. In verse 22, he writes, "Be doers of the word, and not hearers only." A doer of the word is a person who trusts and obeys what God has made known to us in the Bible. In verses 23 through 25, James makes a comparison that when we read the Bible but do not do what it asks, we are like someone who looks in a mirror and immediately forgets what they look like when they go away. He says that a person who hears the word and acts on it will be blessed in what they do. What does it mean to be a doer of the word? James tells us to look after orphans and widows and to keep oneself unstained from the world. Doers of the word help others when they are in need, and they do not let the world influence them. Doers of the word trust in Jesus. Jesus showed us how to listen to God and be a doer of the word. He cares for us so much that he came to earth and died on the cross for our sins when we were in need. When we listen to God and do what he says, we care for others like Jesus did for us. When we do what the word asks, we are blessed because we live the way that God intended.
Oh, Bear, I can't believe you threw out all my journals. Those were notes from local Sherpa climbers. You can't even get those online.
Are you sure? Everyone has the interwebs. There's probably a Sherpa vlog or something.
Bear, I even wrote a note saying, "To Bear, do not touch. Important," right on the bag.
Right.
Couldn't miss it.
Right. I read that.
And there was another note inside the bag saying, "I really mean it, Bear. Don't touch."
Yeah. I saw that. You have really nice handwriting, Chad.
Well, thanks. I took calligraphy in but hey, listen. So you read all that, but you didn't do what they said?
Puny words aren't the boss of me.
We're going to freeze out here, aren't we? Because you're going to ignore some warning sign or...
Come on, Chad. Be a Chad. Journals are for English majors, teenage girls, and nerds, and we are none of these.
Okay. This is 100% not true. Some of the most brilliant, amazing people in history kept journals.
Words are hard.
This is the worst. You know why, Bear? Because we're getting closer to Camp 3, and there are some hard to find landmarks. Some of these journals told me how to find them.
That's what eyeballs are for, and mine are in peak performance.
Whoa, what happened to your hand?
I used chemical hand warmers and a little bit long and it got a little burned.
Dude, you gotta read the directions on those.
I did.
And?
I'm too extreme for directions.
Well, now you're extremely burned.
It's not that bad.
Bear, you can read.
I totally can. Take that, school librarian Higgins. You said I'd never make it past picture books. Look at me now.
Not where I was going. I was saying you can read instructions, but if you don't do what they say, they're useless.
Like being doers of the word and not just hearers.
Just when I'm about to give up on you, Bear, you managed to redeem yourself. Yes, it's like that.
The book of James says we should not just read the Bible and say, oh, sick, but we need to read it and do what it says.
Reading and not doing is like looking in the mirror, then immediately forgetting what you look like.
How could I ever forget my epic face in a mirror?
Right. But that's the point. Hearing instructions is useless unless you follow it. A mirror is useless unless you remember what you saw in it. So next time, maybe you follow the directions.
You two intertubers, follow my directions to crush that like button, subscribe, and follow, or Chad's gonna make you fill out a journal like grandma.
A journal is a wonderful thing, Bear.
See you next week on Extreme Adventures! Tubers. This month's memory verse comes from the book of James and is super extreme. It goes like this: for just as the body without the spirit is dead, so also faith without works is dead. James 2:26. All right, now you try. Go ahead and stand up. And let's do it all together on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. For just as the body without the spirit is dead, so also faith without works is dead. James 2:26. Great. One last time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. For just as the body without the spirit is dead, so also faith without works is dead. James 2:26. Radical. I'll see you next time.
Lord, I come, I confess, bowing here, I find my rest, and without you, I fall apart, and you're the one that guides my heart. And Lord, Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. My one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you. Where sin runs deep, your grace is more. Where grace is found is where you are. And where you are, Lord, I am free. Holiness is Christ in me. And where you are, Lord, I am free. Holiness is Christ in me. Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. My one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you. So teach my song to rise to you. When temptation comes my way, and when I cannot stand, I'll fall on you. Jesus, you're my hope and stay. And when I cannot stand, I'll fall on you. Jesus, you're my hope and stay. Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. My one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you. Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. My one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you. You're my one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you.
Thanks so much for joining us today. I hope you had a great time and learned something too. Make sure to check out our Family Connect questions and discuss it with your family. Make sure to like and subscribe too. See you next weekend online or at one of our campuses. Bye!